That's right. Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase not placed on IR. That means he could, not will, but could be back within 4 weeks. We don't know. Usually a team places a guy on IR when they know he's not coming back. They want to make room on the roster because it's inevitable. He's out, 4 weeks or more. In this case, they don't put Chase on IR, and that means to me that there's a shot he comes back within 4 weeks. The fantasy football show begins now, and then we're getting into voicemails. We're breaking this down. We're doing phone calls. We're doing super chats. We're doing it all. Get ready.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take a lap.
We are here doing it live, and I appreciate everybody joining me on this this Friday night, walking into week number 8. And if you got questions, file in. Ask me your questions. I'm here to help you and assist you, helping you win your leagues and helping you navigate injuries, helping you do whatever you can to try and annihilate your league mates on Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and occasionally on Saturday. So file on in. As usual, I will answer super chats in the order in which they are received. But Jamar Chase, here's the thing. We broke this down on the marker board earlier. And if you own them, there's a couple moves you have to make. Right? And I don't think one move is better than the other. I think it just kind of depends on your preference and your tolerance for risk. But if you own Jamar Chase, it also is dependent on your record. If you own Jamar Chase and you've got 2 wins, 3 wins, you might need to trade him straight up for a Gabe Davis. You might need to trade him straight up for a Michael Pittman, and hopefully you get something else in return. Maybe they got an A.J. Dillon, and you could take a gamble on that. You might have to trade him straight up, and I kind of like this option most, but I also really like this option if you have to kind of get bold and go after one player. So there's different approaches for different scenarios, different leagues, different records, different context, because context matters. You could give somebody some general, you should do this advice across the board, but if you don't know that they're 6-1, then you'd be dumb to just give someone advice like you got to trade him. You got to trade him. If you're 6-1 and the dude's not on IR, and there's a chance he comes back in the 4th game, the 3rd game, then it's crazy to just assume somebody can't weather through that. If you're 6-1, if you've got 2 wins, then you probably need to do this. You probably can't afford to wait even 3 weeks. So trade him away, even with the option of him maybe coming back in the 3rd or 4th week. Let's just call it the 4th week. I don't think he's coming back in 1 or 2 weeks. 3 weeks, possible. The 3rd game, possible. 4th game, a lot more likely, given this new information that he's not being placed on the IR list. Let's just say you wanted to. There's a lot of different things you could do here. Jamar Chase, this is a move that I was talking to a few people about on the text line just a few minutes ago before I went live. Is you trade Jamar Chase straight across for someone that has Etienne that doesn't know what they're doing. Because there are plenty of people out there that don't understand how good Etienne's going to be. Everybody thinks that everybody's good at fantasy football. Not everybody is in the know as you are. Not everybody sees Etienne coming. And some people love to chase an ambulance. And keep in mind that 2 days ago, Jamar Chase had value even above Etienne, who we love, value way up here. Etienne's right here. And so some people look at this new information too, especially with the new information that he's not going on IR, and they have this optimistic ambulance chasing mentality, and maybe they're 6-1, and maybe they're like, I don't need Etienne. Maybe they have multiple running backs, and they're debating anyway about starting or sitting Etienne on a weekly basis. So I don't want to hear in the chat no one would make this trade. I'm talking to several people right now that this trade's about done and inked. Now, granted, that's several people versus, hundreds on the text line, but I'm just trying to give you an idea that if you think it's not possible, you're just sitting on your hands. You're not even trying to get rid of Chase at a good value. There are context is everything. The one of the individuals I'm talking to, the other guy's got Barkley, Walker, and I want to say like another running back at like Fournette level or something, and he's not using Etienne, and so that's why he's trying to trade him for a wide receiver, and the guy's 6-1 or 5-2 or whatever he is, and so it makes sense to maybe go after a player like this for that other owner. He just doesn't realize how good Etienne is, or he doesn't care because he's got 3 running backs and he's tired of trying to decide between Fournette and Etienne each week. We know we'd start Etienne, but this guy apparently doesn't. So that's one move you can make using Jamar Chase. The other thing is you hold. You hold if you have 5 wins or higher, 5 wins plus, just hold. Doesn't mean you don't have an open door policy to a trade. Somebody could come in and say, hey, I'll give you Pittman and A.J. Dillon. And you're like, you know what? I'd rather have that than worry about what if Chase goes out there early and re-aggravates it, which is one possibility. Punch that thumb up button, everybody. 25 thumbs up. We can do better than that. Saul, he's talking about the ETN side. What's Saul saying? I have Chase at 5-2. Okay. Smitty, we starting Waller over Hurts. As long as everything looks good walking into the game and we don't feel like he's going to be a decoy of any kind, then I am. These 2 super chats I'll get out of the way real quickly. I offered Cook for Chase. I can wait out with Tony. You offered Cook for Chase. Dalvin Cook? I wouldn't give Dalvin Cook for Jamar Chase, Avi. That's the kind of move I'm telling people. Avi, there are some things you do that you don't check with me on. And the other things that you check with me on, we like them. But don't give up Dalvin Cook for Jamar Chase. You can't do that. The fair market value for Dalvin Cook is a lot higher than that, Avi. Don't do that move. That's not a good move. I'm 5-2. I have Brady, Barkley, Walker, JJ, Cooper, Etienne, Pickens. Do you make any trades? JJ, Cooper, Etienne, no. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to trade Kirk, Cousins if someone needs a quarterback. I'm trying to trade B-Rob and Pickens. I'm trying to trade Amari Cooper and B-Rob for one slightly better player, a Pittman, something like that. I'd definitely go attack that. That would be a really good move. If I'm you, I'd try and get a Pittman. Pittman would be a fantastic go-get at that price range. Avi says, I offer Cook for Etienne, St. Brown, A.J. Brown. Hope you get one. Yeah, I don't... Look, I offered Cook. I'd take Etienne. I'd take St. Brown. I'd probably take A.J. Brown. But if you don't get one of those, like don't send Cook for Chase though. I'd pull that one, Avi. I don't like that deal. This one here, need PPR flex, Pittman, Boyd, Aaron Jones, or Foreman. I'm going Aaron Jones in this situation. Foreman's interesting, of course, but I do think that that offense is not good. So banking on volume and just volume alone isn't the best idea when you have those options on the table. So I traded Swift, Hawkinson for Kenneth Walker, Higbee. Did I screw up? Swift and Hawkinson for Kenneth Walker and Higbee? No, I don't think you screwed up. I personally like Walker more than Swift, but it's arguable. I don't think the bye week matters. Your record matters because Swift is bye week free going forward and he's back. So that can definitely be a difference maker there. Let's open the phone lines up. We also have voice messages. I'm going to go to the voice messages first, then I'm going to open the phone lines. This one's from, we got the ones from Terry and from Jim. We got another one from Terry.
I'm a little worried about starting Etienne with Denver defense. Your thoughts, Smitty?
Don't worry about,
Terry,
Terry, don't worry about Etienne, Terry. Don't worry about Etienne. Why? Don't worry about Etienne because he's matchup proof. This is not a typical running. You can't look at running back matchup or against the pass. You got to look at the whole thing. And if the Jaguars are down, they're going to throw to Etienne. If the Jaguars are in it, then they're going to run the ball. He's matchup proof. Etienne's not a player you worry about whatsoever in terms of who he's playing. Completely matchup proof. Hovey says he offered Chase and Aguilar for Etienne and Kirk or Lamb and B-Rob. Yeah, I like those moves a lot, Hoovy. I'm definitely going after Hoovy, by the way, I came across some kind of like post somewhere where you were saying that you love the fantasy football show and you follow it. I think it was like on a Reddit post or something. I just want to say I ran across that randomly, and I appreciate you spreading the word. Anybody is out there spreading the word like Hoovy? I mean, come on, man.
Mashed potatoes!
Like, Hoovy didn't even tell me about it. He didn't even want, flowers for it or a pat on the back. I just ran into it. I'm like, there's Hoovy talking up the show. And that's what I'm talking about. Letting people know about it. I appreciate that, Hoovy. More than you know. Trade Chase for Etienne. I just went over that, Alex. You may have missed it. Right here. We talked about it. Let me reread it back there. We talked about it on the board. Chase for Etienne. Definitely go rewind back after this. Etienne's the most fantastic move you can do. And a lot of people think you can't do it. But look, we already have people coming in here asking about it. So clearly there's discussions going on around this. Some people don't know what time it is when it comes to Etienne. It's absolutely madness. And if you don't try now, someone else is going to get Etienne on some kind of low ball trade. Hall violated the Broncos defense. Etienne will do the same. Etienne is totally matchup proof. Thank you for the voice message there, Terry. Appreciate you. Let me see if I got any other voice messages. This one is from I think Ron and Corey were talking in this voicemail group, and there's like 1,000 messages. Corey and Ron.
Hey, Smitty, so it looks like DK is at a game time decision if he's going to play or not. Do you think he'll play? And if he does, do you think he's still a good option to play? My only other guy that I got that I could play is Hollins. Should I just roll with him, or what do you think?
Bro, I can almost guarantee. I mean, I can't guarantee it because coaches and medical staffs, obviously they sent Tua back on the field. Coaches and medical staffs in the NFL, they will pretty much allow anything. But it will be ridiculous if DK plays. Don't even consider him an option right now. Something happens, then we'll address it. If some news breaks, then we'll address it. But the bottom line is, like, he's not playing. He should be out multiple weeks, so he's not playing. Hollins is okay. I hope there's better options than that. You might want to check your waiver wire. Bring that content to me so I can kind of sift through the names. But Hollins is your only play. You give me two options: DK, who's not playing, in my mind, and Hollins. Carr with Adams possibly out. Adams might not possibly out now. He's expected to play at this point, unless something broke a few minutes ago on Adams. I'll pull it up, but to everything that I'm reading, Adams is suffering from severe flu-like symptoms. But bro, that's like yesterday. We're breaching. We're now into what? We're now into Saturday the 29th Eastern time. So that was yesterday. He's progressively going to get better from the flu-like symptoms. So everything that I'm reading, he's expected to play. So that's an inaccurate way to put this, Navage. With Adams possibly out, I wouldn't consider him being out. I guess possibly out. You're not wording it wrong, but you're just trying to be preventative here. Or Goff this week. Carr with Adams possibly out, or Goff this week. Regardless, I'm probably going with Goff. I think this is going to be a shootout, Navage. But you could pick whichever side makes you feel comfortable. It's close enough, man. Trust your gut. Don't listen to me on a 50-50 call if you're totally thinking the opposite. Let me nudge you over the edge. Don't switch your thinking because of something. Like, this is a 50-50 call, man. I'm going to get this wrong. If I'm lucky, I'll get this right 65% of the time on these calls. These are 50-50 calls here. So Navage, trust your gut. But don't think Adams is out. Appreciate your super chat though. Let's see here. According to NFL Network's, let's see here. Adams is dealing with bad flu, but is expected to play. So it's not possibly out. He's expected to play. Until we hear differently, expect him to roll. Nobody take him out of their lineups. He's good to go. Pick 2, Pierce, Swift, Etienne. I'm gonna go with Pierce, or I'm sorry, Swift and Etienne until we see Swift. I'm sorry. What was it? Pierce, Swift, Etienne, and Pierce, and I'm going to sit Swift until we know what's what and his workload's totally understood and we can trust him. You know what I mean? But thank you, Navage, for the super chat. Thank you, Avi, with another super chat. Navage is my dude. Navage has been here for a while. Navage, how many years you been following, bro? You've been here for forever, I think. Dalvin or Tony Pollard can only play 3 running backs. Dalvin or Tony Pollard can only play 3 running backs. Other 2 are CMC and Barkley. Okay. So you got to play Dalvin. As much as I'm excited about Tony Pollard, and you should be too, I don't think, I don't know. I just don't think you can sit. I don't think you can sit Dalvin Cook, bro. Does anybody disagree with me in the chat? Let me pull up the live chat. I don't even have it up right here. Hold on. I would love to know if anybody disagrees with me on this one. Are we going with Dalvin Cook or Tony Pollard? I mean, I want to go Pollard. It's the crafty play. It's the fun play. It's the play I want. It's the play I want to say to roll with. But I don't think you can. I don't think you could start. I don't think you can bench Cook. As much as I worry about him for the long term, and I get rid of him. I play Tony over Cook this week. Tony Pollard. Bears D. Bears D says Lucas. Smitty, Evans, or Pierce. I'm going Pierce. Pollard. I got a lot of Pollard votes, bro. Pollard, Cook. Pollard. Cook. I'm playing Tony. Swift or Foreman. You got to go Swift, I think. But, I mean, anything can happen. Yeah. Look, here's the thing, Avi. You could look at it that way. You could look at it high risk, high reward. Cook is safer. Pollard's got way more upside and appeal to hit like higher volume and higher numbers, but could he disappoint? Could he be game scripted out? Could I don't know. I just feel like it's a tough call either way you split it, man. Cook. Yeah. If you want to roll the dice, Avi, and it sounds like your gut's telling you Pollard, don't sway, bro. Don't sway. Don't let me sway you. Don't let the chat sway you. It's an arguable thing, no question about it. So trust your gut, my guy. It's close enough to lean that way. Pick 3, Smitty, Swift, Kenneth Walker, Pierce, or Ramondre. Walker is locked in, so 2. Nice way to word that. I was about to tell you Walker's. You don't sit Walker. Pierce, and then probably Swift. Pierce and Swift. I like Ramondre a lot, but he's still sharing carries. So, until we feel 100% confident that that's behind us, the sharing part, I think I still feel like Pierce and Swift are the better calls. You could say Ramondre's safer than Swift until we see what's what. I could get behind that, but at the same time, like, Swift is a home run hitter. Anytime he touches the ball, he could take it house. Should I trade Carr and Higgins for Kyler? No, I would not. Kyler's not deserving of this valuation, bro. I mean, Carr and Kyler are arguable, in my opinion. And I think Higgins is such a value right now, given Chase is out. He's an arguably low-end wide receiver 1. Very, very much. Yeah, Pollard, look, no one likes Pollard more than your boy Smitty. So you want to go Pollard, I'm fine with it. I'd have a tough time sitting Cook, but at the same time,
the moon men dropping loads in outer space.
There's a reason this man has been sitting here all year long. We're ready for him to shine.
Space Moon says
it's Pollard's season, and we're really hoping that he steals the job away. I'm a little concerned and fearful that we're gonna see Dallas, just give the half the carries and workload back to Zeke Elliott and just say, like, we're gonna run him into the ground once Pollard has a big game. But if Pollard has a big enough game and he shines big enough, maybe he has 65-70% of the workload going forward. Maybe Elliott's injury is a little worse than we think, and he ends up sitting multiple weeks. But the problem is the bye week. There's this week 8, and then the Cowboys bye week 9. More than likely, Dallas will shove Zeke back in there. I sent voicemails via IG DMs to join voicemail group. I'd love to hear your thoughts on half PPR versus full PPR. I don't like half PPR. The only reason half PPR is gaining momentum is because there's so many people that do both. There's a lot more that do PPR. Like I don't know, 80. If I had to guess, 80% of the industry did PPR, and so these DFS sites out there decided to split it down the middle, so they could cater to both people. And they felt like if we go half PPR, the PPR people won't be too mad and they'll still play, and the non-PPR people will play half PPR. And so that's why all the contests in fantasy, best ball land, and DFS are half PPR, because they want to try and meet in the middle. And it kind of sucks, because I think PPR is the only way to go. Grandmas play non-PPR. It's old school. Anybody in a non-PPR league, everybody in the league's been doing it for like 20 years, and they've been in the league for like 20 years. And I respect that, but like the industry's, it's moved on to PPR. And I hate that people then try and take the PPR value away by doing, half a point per carry or point per carry. And it's like, why even do that? Why even shift toward PPR to then just take it away by giving the running back points? And it's like this big circle, and it's super flex, tight end premium, half PPR, half a point for each carry. And it's like, how do you even create content for people anymore? It's like, just stop messing with it. Stop messing with the scoring systems, and that way content creators can give you actual content that you can use. So I'll look for your request for the voicemail group. Appreciate your super chat. Brent, shout out to Smitty for the help. Popo, what's up? Appreciate you, Brent. Brent's the man. Let's hit a couple more voicemails, and then we'll open up the phone lines. Actually, I'll open the phone lines right now. Phone lines are open. This one, I think I played Paynes, right? That was Paynes.
Hey, Smitty, so it looks like DK is at a...
B-Men.
Who's a better hold, Van Jefferson or Claypool, in case he gets traded?
Claypool. Van's still coming back from injury. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not going to him. Kevin.
Hey, Smitty. Just pulled off a dynasty trade tonight. Tell me what you think. I'm reloading for the following year. To start a 3 running back league, I have Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, and Javonte Williams now I traded for. I got Javonte Williams, 23 second and a 23 third for Damian Pierce and Zay Jones. So now I have Javonte, Breece Hall, and Travis Etienne, praying for good health next year. Thanks, buddy.
So you traded Pierce for Javonte. I don't know how I feel about that. I think that's what he said, right?
23 second and a 23 third.
I think that's what he said. I don't know about Javonte and how quickly, like, ACLs are tough, man. We saw Barkley come back his first year and struggle the entire year. And to me, it was clear as day that was going to happen. Writing was on the wall. And that had me enough concerned going into this year, and Barkley's looked like fire. But it's that first year back is the bad year. And I think that if we start expecting people to have Adrian Peterson type comebacks, we're going to get burned more times than not. We're going to get burned 80-90% of the time. J.K. Dobbins, not ready. Comes back, injures his hamstring. That's inevitable. Dalvin Cook came back from his ACL tear, hamstring issues all year. Didn't play well at all. Barkley struggled with injury, wasn't ready for week 1, couldn't get ready, wasn't back to full strength, didn't look like his old self, wasn't explosive, came back, sprained his ankle. Oh, that was a freak injury. Was it? I mean, was it? Or would his ankle have been okay had he not? Like, everyone seems to think that, like, oh, just ankle sprains and some of these things are freaks. Some of them are, but it's like Barkley plays at 100,000%, so it's like if he's banged up at all, he's gonna play through it, and that's bad. Javonte, I don't know that I like Javonte over Pierce for 2023. And like the comment here, Sandus, is 2024. Yeah, I'm more hoping that is the year that he explodes. Now, I'm not down on Javonte at the right cost of entry. So like in a 2023 draft, if he's fallen to like the 4th round or something like that, I think Javonte is going to be a potential steal. But in terms of ranking him back in the top 5 or top 7 running backs, I think it's a risky business to be talking about or valuing Javonte as a top 5 or 7 running back right now. Well, we don't even know if he's going to be. He had a bad knee injury. It wasn't just a clean ACL. He had a brutal J.K. Dobbins-like knee injury. So, I think that's what the question said, and I'm a little bit leaning toward Pierce than I am Javonte for next year, and I know that's hard for a lot of people to hear who are like, you love Javonte this year. ACL injuries are pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Phone lines are open. Let's dial into that.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Dial in to thy show. And let's get going on helping you dominate week number 8 and get to it. Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown? No, A.J. Brown. Lamb or A.J. Brown? Give me A.J. Brown. Number 1, A.J. Brown's got his bye week out of the way, pal. It's A.J. Brown season the rest of the way. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hello, it's Garvey.
What's up?
I was coming in here for a question. I lost Chase, Hollywood Brown, J.K. Dobbins, and Brees Hall.
Okay, you lost Chase. Who else? Chase, who? Brees Hall and who?
Dobbins.
Okay.
And Hollywood Brown.
Okay, you can't lose Dobbins when he never was. But go ahead. What else what can I do for you?
Okay, so I was thinking, well, I still have 5 wins.
Okay.
So I'm gonna name you my team, and let me know if there's any move I should make or I should stay put.
All right. Let's go. Let's rock.
Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Walker, Travis Kelce.
Is this how many grandmas are in this league, bro?
It's from my high school friends.
Uh-huh.
They slept.
Yeah. They slept through the draft? Okay. What else you got? Kelce, who else?
Damian Pierce. Montgomery. George Pickens. Brandon Cooks. Gus Edwards and Kadarius Toney.
Okay. What are we doing here?
You think I'm good? Or?
Yeah, what do you think, bro? Like, I mean, it's a great team. Like, what are you supposed to do? You just want a pat on the back, don't you? You want me to hit? You want me to hit the moonshot? Why don't you just call up and say, can you hit the moonshot for my fire team instead of calling in and saying, can you please help me? I lost Brees Hall. Like, bro, you can tell you watched the show first of all, because you got Walker, you got Swift, you got St. Brown. You got Pierce. You got all these moon men and guys we've been talking up all season long, and you lose big-name players like Hall, and you can't even tell, bro. You can't even tell. You are about to annihilate your 4 league mates or your 3 other league mates in this 4-man league you had, but you're still going to annihilate them. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, these are all players I love. I'm not telling you to trade a single one of them. The only thing I'd maybe try and do is upgrade Kyler Murray using Monty, using some of your bench talent. And honestly, these people are sleeping at the wheel. I don't even know if they're going to answer it. I bet you no one trades in this league. Why? Because they don't know what they're doing, and they're just they probably 2 people auto drafted in this league, bro. Answer me an honest question. Did somebody auto draft out of your league mates?
One person.
It's
a 10-man league, and then he drafted the first 5 rounds, but then he had to go.
Mic drop. Bro, I can. Don't mess with me, bro. I know what I'm doing here. I've been doing this way too long. I can tell somebody auto drafted in the league when I can smell it from a mile away. How many people are in this league?
10.
You still blasted them, bro. Congratulations. There's nothing to do. You're dismissed. Call back if you have another actual tangible question other than taking victory laps on my time. This guy with this amazing team. Congrats. John, you're live on the show. What's up? This guy's wasting my marker, John. He's wasting my marker.
Yeah, no, I wasted. The only thing I'll do for him is maybe go to a team that doesn't have any running backs and try to get rid of David Montgomery and upgrade a wide receiver or something. That's all I could think of for him.
That was an 8-man league, bro. I can tell.
But so James Conner's out. You think Benjamin's going to ball out this week?
Oh man, I think I hit the wrong button. Call back, bro. I didn't mean to hang up on you. Call back. I'll give you a quick answer. Benjamin, I think, is going to do well. Ingram could still get some run. The other rookie running back. But call back and I'll try and throw you back on. You're on the show. What can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty, how you doing?
Oh, good, bro.
Just trying to run my team by you. See what you think. How I can upgrade my wide receivers.
Okay.
Little whiteboard question.
Yep, hit me with it.
My quarterback, Justin Herbert, Etienne, Jonathan Taylor, CD, Sun God, tight end Taysom Hill. On the flex, I got Ramondre Stevenson, and I got the Bills defense. On my bench, I have Olave. I still have Njoku, Eckler, which is by Kyle Pitts, Rashad White, A.J. Dillon, and then I got Elijah Mitchell on the IR.
Eckler.
I kind of want to.
Who'd you say your quarterback was? Herbie?
Yeah, I have Herbie, and then I have Geno Smith on the bench.
Okay.
But it's the Chargers bye, so I got Geno starting right now.
Whoever I hung up on callback, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, bro. So what's the problem here? You're like the same.
I kind of
the same thing as the other guy.
I kind of want to see if I could package Ramondre and CD and see what I can get.
I like that idea.
I tried to get Stephon Diggs, but the owner wasn't really biting. Because I'm 6-1, I don't know. Guy's kind of scared to make a trade with me.
I like that idea. That's
who else do you would you see? Because I do have Olave on the bench too.
Yeah. You definitely could throw Olave or just use Olave as your bye week guy too. But CD and Stevenson, I was exactly going to go there. Or you could go Olave and Stevenson. I think CD and Stevenson should get you a Walker if this league allowed you to draft this team. So I don't want to hear it from anybody in the chat that this guy can't go get Kenneth Walker using CD and Stevenson. He 100% can go get Walker. Swift, JT you already have. I mean, yeah, and if you can you even start more than 3 running backs? You can't, right?
No.
So
that's why I have right now. I have Ramondre on the flex because that's Eckler's bar.
So it's Cooper Kupp, it's JJ for CD and Stevenson. It's maybe Adams, maybe Diggs.
JT and Sun God. I had JJ and I traded him for JT and Sun God.
Okay, so Kupp, Diggs, Adams using CD and Stevenson. That's it.
Okay.
That's the move.
Okay.
Then Olave goes into your flex.
How do you feel about Tyreek?
Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's high. Well, yeah, I guess he's worth the Stevenson throw in, but that's pushing it. Like CeeDee Lamb's good enough that I'm okay with that,
Okay.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I like it.
Bring it back.
Right,
Bring it back. Let us know what you did. Later, pal. All right, I got 2 callers on the line. One of you I just added, so hang tight. The other caller that's been on for like a couple minutes here, what can I help you with? Yellow? Yellow? Press 1. All right, whoever wants to speak.
Yeah, what's up, man? I just called in.
All right, what's up? What can I do for you?
Just wanted to say shout out to the stream, dude. Watch you all the time, driving, delivering for Amazon, so
nice.
Really appreciate it.
Hey, can I ask you something? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't think anybody, don't say anything you don't feel comfortable saying. I don't want your job on the line, or I don't want to be responsible for that. But, like, is it true the way they treat their drivers, bro? Because you see all these TikTokers doing Amazon TikToks, and they have, like, an Amazon TikTok account following their day. They go live all the time. Is it true, like, you can't even go to the bathroom, bro? You got to, like, like take a leak in bottles and stuff? Like, are they that strict with you?
Yeah, that's 100%. I take a leak in bottles, like try to find like sides on the road, like try and take a piss and stuff.
Bro,
and, yeah,
that's brutal.
It's pretty rough.
Why isn't somebody coming down on that? Like what? Like that's abusive to their employees. Like I thought that people were making.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're pretty intense. Like if they say they give you like 2:15s in a half hour, but like if you take a break, then you're gonna be like really caught up and behind.
Yeah, so it's like they're covering themselves. Like you get breaks, it's your responsibility to take them. But if you take them, it's like the whole thing in Office Space. You know, we only require 12 pieces of flair, but it's encouraged that you wear 27 pieces of flair.
Yeah.
It's okay to take a leak, but we encourage that you don't, that you hold it. You ruin your bladder.
Exactly.
You know, like what in the heck, bro? I'm gonna develop some device for you, bro. I'm gonna create some invention for you, man. You know.
Hey, they got shiwis for girls, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna invent something for you, bro. And you know,
good.
Yeah, maybe some kind of full-time, you know, catheter system for Amazon drivers, and we can sell it on Amazon.
Hey, dude, we'll have to link up and invent some. That's $1 billion idea.
We'll sell them on Amazon too, or no, maybe we'll go to eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go to eBay. Forget Amazon. All right, hey,
yeah, sure, Amazon.
I don't mean to interrupt you during your bathroom break here while you're driving, you know, and using a bottle, but go ahead. What can I do for you? How can I make your day better, you poor abused man, during your drive right now?
Well, I'm not driving right now, so I'm off right now, so we're all good. I'm on the East Coast, but
okay.
So my team is we're 6-1 right now, so we're sitting pretty good. So let me just read you off my team, and I just kind of want to see if I can make a move for a wide receiver.
Okay.
So I got Brady at the helm. I got Barkley, Jacobs, Diggs, and then it kind of falls off. I got Alec Pierce, George Kittle, Michael Gallup. I got Brett Maher's a kicker, Eagles defense, and my bench. I have like every backup running back in the league. I got A.J. Dillon, Kareem Hunt, Alexander Madison, Rashad White, and Michael Thomas, and I have Jameson Williams on IR.
Okay. This is redraft?
This is keeper. My keeper rules are a little bit, I don't know if they're weird or not, but so we have 2 keepers, and every year, like if you want to keep somebody, then they move up a draft pick.
Okay. What'd you say your name was, by the way?
Dan.
Ben. Okay, I'm going to put you in the phone. We're going to call you Amazon Ben. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good. That's good with me, man.
I mean, it helps us all remember who's calling in. You know, it helps people connect to you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So Amazon Ben, I got you in here. Okay, so Amazon Ben. By the way, there's people saying you're a hero. You basically wear a cape to work, bro.
Not all heroes wear capes, man.
You need to wear a cape. I want to see a cape, you know, flying out the door, you know, halfway closed on a cape while you're driving. Okay.
I'll just get it.
I'm sorry. What was the question here?
So I'm looking to make a move to try to basically just shore up my wide receiver situation. Having Diggs off the bye is nice, but I don't have anything other than him. God forbid he gets hurt.
Yeah. I believe you do have to do a divide and conquer with this team. Like you said, it drops off pretty bad right here. And I can't envision this right here winning the league. You know, the Barkley, Jacobson, Diggs, and Brady. It's close.
No.
I don't think I covered up the team. Hold on one second. Yeah, I kind of don't see that winning the league. So what I would do, but you got to make the right trades. You can't do something. You can't do something stupid here and get rid of like Barkley, get a lower tier running back, and then have like Keenan Allen be that guy you got that's extra because he's like not a reliable component. But like if you take Barkley and turn him into, let's say, Walker, or Etienne, and then get some nice wide receiver right here. I feel like that could be good. Step one. I'd probably rather keep Barkley and do that with Jacobs. And Jacobs is almost to the level where you could do that. So maybe try it with Jacobs first. Who's the Jacobs owner have? Does he happen to have like a... Oh, I'm sorry, Jacobs owner. What's the Etienne owner have? Does he happen to have a wide receiver like that?
Let me look real quick.
Or the Walker. Look at the Walker and Etienne owner. Let's see what we can get.
So the Etienne owner has C.D. Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin, Marquise Brown.
I think I could you do... That's the Etienne owner?
Yes.
So Etienne and CD for Jacobs, and then maybe you throw in like, Pierce or Gallup or MT or, something like that. I don't know if he'll do that, but that's a reasonable.
I like that.
And then who's the Walker owner have?
Let me see. I know who has him too. I like that idea. I haven't really. I haven't thought about either of them, to be honest.
I mean, divide and conquer season, baby.
Yes, sir. Let's see. Walker owner. Sorry, 1 second, Smith.
No problem. Someone's saying he needs to wear a diaper. He's not. We're gonna do this civilized. We're gonna make him some kind of Amazon catheter.
Yeah, that's like Chase City, man. I got like 200 stops a day. I'll die.
Bro, can you imagine if you go to the catheter system, like review page on Amazon, and all the reviews are Amazon drivers? This thing works great. This is the best. This is the best thing I've ever used. I'm an Amazon driver. This works perfect. Hey, I'm an Amazon driver. This catheter system is amazing. Unbelievable.
Okay, so the Walker owner has Pittman, Olave, Ayuk. That's not looking super great.
Well, but what if you got, for Jacobs, I would do this right here. I don't know if he would, but I would do Walker, Olave, and Pittman for Jacobs. And then, dude, your team would be sneaky good.
Okay.
Because you'd have Barkley, you'd have Walker, you'd have Diggs, you'd have Olave and Pittman. You'd be really deep.
Right. And I could even throw in something like like Alec Pierce on that.
Yeah,
too.
Alec Pierce and MT, or whatever. I mean, Kittle, you might want to bank on Kittle somehow, but I don't know. Maybe you can turn Kittle and Pittman into something, or Kittle and Olave into a slightly better wide receiver. So that's what I would work on, bro. If you can pull off that Walker, Olave, Pittman for Jacobs, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be awesome. If I pull something off, dude, I'll either call in or I'll shoot you a comment or something somewhere and let you know.
Yeah, it might. A lot of people are saying it's too much. I mean, it's not too much until it gets rejected. And then the other option is if you were to go to the Swift owner. Who's the Swift owner have?
The Swift owner has.
And I'd even do that I would do a similar trade for Barkley too, but try with Jacobs first. I mean, you could send that if he said no to it, you could ask him about Barkley, because I still would take Walker, Olave, and Pittman for Barkley.
So with the keeper situation too, Barkley would be my first round, and Jacobs would be my fourth round.
And what would Walker be?
Walker would be my fifth.
Yeah, so that's a great. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, that Jacobs has that keeper value attached, so that's why he might do it when you were thinking no one's going to do that. No one might do it in a redraft, but in a keeper, some people love Jacobs right now that much. I'm getting rid of Jacobs in a keeper. I think he continue to do well this year, but like I'm not banking on him continuing in the future. All right, bro.
Swift owner has Cooper, Sun God, Hopkins, Drake London, Curtis Samuel.
I mean, London's not bad in a keeper. Can you imagine getting St. Brown and Swift for Jacobs, or do it for Barkley? Do it for Barkley. Go get Sun God and and Swift.
Sungard and Swift or Barkley.
For Barkley and MT or Barkley and whatever. Go try all.
Yeah, I like that.
All
right,
three.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, come back and if you can pull it off, come back and let us know so that all the people saying it can't happen, they see it happen. All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Later.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
Amazon Ben, everybody. Give him your thanks. Some thumbs up. Some like arms in the air emojis. Whatever. This guy's a hero. He's out there ruining his bladder so that you can all get your duct tape and all your silly deliveries that you're ordering and asking for 24-hour delivery. It doesn't help Ben at all. This makes Amazon Ben mad. Thank you, Amazon Ben. Okay, you're live on the show. What can I do for you?
Everyone else, Malik.
What's up, Malik?
I'm in a 12-man full PPR.
12-man full PPR. Okay.
I'm 5-2 right now. I'm number one in the league.
Yeah, I'm talking to first place right now. I'm talking to first place. Okay.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase got injured. I want to see if I should make a move or should I just hold until he gets back.
Yeah, let's look at your roster and see. Chris said traded Chase and Etienne for A.J. Brown and Stevenson. I mean, that's arguable, Chris. I wouldn't put your hand over your face. I mean, if Chase comes back sooner than later, and the I don't know if you're putting your hand over your face because he's not placed on IR, it doesn't mean he won't miss 4 games. Doesn't mean he won't come back and then re-injure himself. I mean, I would say Stevenson and A.J. Brown's probably pretty decent for Chase and Etienne, to be honest with you, Chris. So I wouldn't be too upset over that. Like, Stevenson could end up losing his job or something, but all right, bro, hit me with it.
All right, so quarterback, I got Lamar.
All right.
I got Etienne, Walker, Gabe Davis, Olave, Dalton Schultz.
Who?
Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
St. Brown.
St. Brown, nice.
And on the bench, I got Najee.
Nice.
J-Rob, Gesicki, and Algier, and Rondell Moore.
Okay, so pretty easy for me, man. I mean, Najee, I love your running backs, love your quarterback, I love your wide receivers. You either stand still. Your record's what?
5-2. I'm number one right now.
Yeah, I mean you're number one for a reason. You got a good team. You got understated wide receivers. Do I like the idea of upgrading them? I hate writing St. Brown at the bottom here. I gotta change this. It's so funny. I don't know if it's just that way in your lineup or what, but when people read that often, I have to change it. I have to put it in order. St. Brown.
Boy hasn't been doing nothing for a minute. I need him.
St. Brown, Olave, Gabe Davis. Like this comes down to Najee, man. Like you need to move Najee. I don't want you really touching Etienne and Walker. There's no flex. This is 3 wide receiver, or is it 2 wide receiver and one of these wide receivers is your flex?
I can flex 3. I can play 3 wide receivers or 3 running backs.
And two wide receivers and 3 running backs. So it's 2 and 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So I probably look to maybe trade. See, the thing is, I like Olave, I like Gabe Davis, so it's hard for me to like choose one. I almost say try and trade Najee and J-Rob, and then just get like a bigger problem on your hands. Then you have to make another trade, or you're benching somebody.
I think I can get Debo probably.
Debo for Najee and J-Rob. That's intriguing, given that you don't need Najee right now and you don't need J-Rob right now. And I don't like Debo going forward, but man, that's not a bad idea given this team build. But I still would try my hardest to get like, bro, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name that fits perfect here for this. Najee and J-Rob. Running back wise, let me look at my rankings at where you could find my rankings. Where? TheFantasyFootballShow.com. Year-round rankings, bold predictions, all that good stuff. trade calculators. Looking at my rankings on thefantasyfootballshow.com, I see Swift that is intriguing for Najee and J-Rob. People are excited about J-Rob again, man. Don't underestimate the ability to trade this man away now. Damian Pierce for Najee and J-Rob, if we're going running back. Aaron Jones, probably look at it. I don't like it as much. I mean, Debo is a good idea, bro, because then you could flip him, like saying in the comments. I agree. That's why I'm intrigued by it. A.J. Brown, if we're going on the wide receiver front. Mark Andrews. I'm feeling the Mark Andrews here, my guy. Najee for Mark Andrews, and you take the risk on the injury. I don't think it's going to be some kind of like season-long thing. Maybe he's hampered for another.
He just got traded into my league. It's no way I'm getting him.
Oh, God, that was it, bro. That was the league-winning move.
Yeah.
We can find another one. It's all right. I kind of like I don't like Debo, but I kind of like Debo over Najee is a concern.
Oh, I got sent a text offer for Najee and J-Rob. I just wasn't sure if I should accept it because the bye weeks are coming up.
What is
and
it?
Etienne and Walker have week 11 off.
You talking about Debo? Debo?
Yeah, he asked me through text.
Okay. I don't mind that one, but what about JT? Can you get JT for Najee? You might have to give up one of those wide receivers that's not named St. Brown. I wonder if you could get JT.
I went after JT. I called you about it. The JT owner is not giving them up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're 1-5, so they're going down burning.
I got the memory of an elephant that has Alzheimer's.
Gotcha.
Not because I'm not able to retain things, it's because I have so much overload information that my brain just shoves it right back out, bro. So I don't even remember your name. Let me try and retrieve it. It's kind of like the trash can bin in my brain. If I throw it in the bin, I haven't emptied it yet. It still might be retrievable. You said your name was Malik.
There you go.
Yeah, dude, it wasn't. I didn't empty the bin yet. But seriously, information goes into my head and it just goes. I don't know how my brain decides what to keep because sometimes it doesn't do it right. It's like get the milk. I don't get the milk, So for some reason, but my overload, bro. We have over in the live stream last night. We had over 4,100 live stream chat messages. Like there's so much information that's coming at me. Najee and Olave or Najee and Gabe Davis for, I don't think you're going to get it, but Jefferson, Kupp. If someone's struggling bad and you're giving them a running back, that's the thing, is go to the running back needy teams and try and get them to just give you something stupid, bro. I don't know. Those are my ideas. CMC is also another potential buy low. I don't like CMC. I don't like owning him, but I like trading for him. You give up Najee and J-Rob for CMC. If that CMC owner's got no other running backs, he's got the bye week coming up, he might get scared. Trying to think of another, Kamara potentially is a good buy low. I'd rather have Dalvin Cook than I would Najee, to be honest, even though I don't like both.
What do you think about sending just like J-Rob straight up for like Kadarius Toney or something like that?
I don't like Toney, bro. He's okay. He's if you picked him up, it's okay, but I'm not trading for Kadarius Toney. I like him, but that's a crowded wide receiver room. Would I trade J-Rob straight up for can you get Swift using Najee and J-Rob? Did we talk about that one yet? We mentioned it, but did you say it was unattainable or?
Possibly, because the Swift owner is down bad right now, so it's definitely possible.
Do that. That's my favorite one right now.
All right,
bro. Appreciate you, Malik. I'm gonna put you in the system so I know when you call in again, and I can say, Malik, what's up, my guy, and then you can remind me about your team.
All right,
man. Later.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. Phone line is open. Dial into the show, just so you know. Super chats. I'm coming for you. Super chats, here I come. Brent, shout out to Smitty. I think I already got that one. Thank you, Brent. Appreciate you. Dan, super chatted. I'll put that on screen. I don't know what Dan said, but I'll go look for it. And Jacob said league has 1 point for rushing first downs. I hate that. Is Kyler worth trying to upgrade from Carr? Yeah, in that case for sure, Jacob, for sure. But I don't understand why people have that kind of scoring. That's ridiculous. All right, I got 2 callers on the phone. One is Scott. Can I start with Scott?
Yeah, I'm here.
Scott, what's up?
How you doing, Smitty?
I'm good, man. Okay.
I just wanted to get your opinion on my team and some upgrades I can do on my flex.
All right, hit me with your team real quick. Let's go.
All right, I'm 3-4 right now, and it's a 10-man league. And my team is Patrick Mahomes, Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, Antonio Brown. Oh, well, not Antonio.
I was like, what?
A.J. Brown.
Bro, what are we in a time machine? AJB? I'm like, bro, I can tell you what your problem is right now. Why you're 3-4, you've been starting Antonio Brown instead of AJ Brown. That's a problem. All right, go ahead.
All right, DeAndre Hopkins, Kyle Pitts, and then for my 2 flexes, I have Najee Harris, and right now I got Drake London because DK got hurt. For my bench, I have Geno Smith. DK, like I said, he got hurt, and I got some stash. I got Kyron Williams, Chuba Hubbard, and I got Cam Akers just in case he gets traded.
Okay. So, I like your team. DK's questionable this week, which is so weird, man. I don't know why he's not ruled out yet. That's insane. Mahomes, Walker, Jacobs, AJ Brown, Hopkins. You got a really good team. I mean, Najee, I don't love Najee, but in this, and with this, like, his responsibility here on this team, I don't mind it. He's not having to pull weight that, that concerns me. Like, he's got to just step up once in a while, and you're good. Would I trade him? Sure. Would I trade DK and Najee for Swift? Absolutely. Would I trade it for an Etienne? You better believe it. So I'm actively trying to trade Najee. I'm sure you are. So keep trying on that, but
I've been trying to.
Don't give him away though, because Najee still got potential to maybe and it's like I don't know. If I had to just throw an arbitrary number at it, just a made up number, I'd say like 20% chance he bounces back to low end running back 1 value, but there's still a possibility. I'd probably say the other moves I would look to make is divide and conquer on Jacobs, not because I doubt he can continue to do what he's doing, but the fact that he's at an all-time high value you're ever going to see. It's just one of those things where the stock market, you get out when something reaches a certain level, it drops again, and if I could get back in again, I would. So that means I'm not predicting bust for him. He looks really good. But right now you could get Etienne and Etienne and like an AJ Brown type of player to go next to your AJ Brown, and then it's like you can make that upgrade, or go get JT using Jacobs. I'd do that straight up. And if you've got to give up a little more, I'd quietly give up a little more, but I'm not talking a lot. But JT, somebody I'd want to go get right away. I'd go get Swift. I'd go get JT. I'd go get Etienne. And some of those cases, you're going to get more back. You're going to get Etienne and something. But if you love Jacobs, don't trade him just because I'm saying that. But that's where I would take this team. I'd also look to trade Najee and Hopkins for a monster stud. Like Adams or Diggs. They're both bye-week free at this point, so you're not swapping A.J. Brown's bye-week free potential with another players. So... but then again, A.J. Brown, maybe I'm sorry, Hopkins. I said Hopkins, not A.J. Brown. Hopkins and Najee. And Hopkins has not had he is not at his bye yet. So yeah, go after, that's what I was trying to say. My bad. Hopkins and Najee.
My league who has DeAndre Swift. And he wanted DeAndre Hopkins. So me and him were discussing a trade straight up just for D-Hop and Swift.
Do it. I would do that as long as you can start him, which you can. I would do that. But then it leaves you in a bind at wide receiver. But I would take Swift over Hopkins, and then maybe you use Najee to get a wide receiver. Like, what if you could get using Najee? What if you could get? I mean, you could take a chance on like a Debo. I don't love buying Debo in a lot of circumstances, but in this case, I bet you Najee could get him, especially this week. You pull off the Hopkins for Swift and the Najee for Debo, and bro, I think your team has that little extra ump to get over whatever you're going to face. So I'd go do those moves.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention that I lost Brees Hall as well.
Yeah, you did a great job drafting, bro. All right, my man.
All right, appreciate it, sweet.
Yeah. Okay, I've had somebody that's been on hold a while, and somebody I added just not too long ago. Can you guys say your names real quick?
Scott.
Okay, Scott. Who else?
I've been there for a while.
Jose.
I'm sorry. Who?
Jose.
Jose, you been there for a while, Jose?
Nah, I just got in.
Okay, Scott. Let's start with Scott.
Well, this is one of my ESPN leagues. It's a 10-man PPR, and this is after your namesake, Smitty. So this is your team, 6-1.
My name. Would you name it? Smitty's Flyers or something?
Just Smitty, Team Smitty.
Okay, what do we got?
Jalen Hurts.
Better be good.
Christian McCaffrey. Kenneth Walker. Mike Evans. Now we start falling off. Curtis Samuel.
This isn't my team, Samuel on it. Okay.
Hang on. Taysom Hill.
Who?
Dameon Pierce.
Okay, after Samuel, was it Dameon Pierce after Samuel?
No, tight ends, Taysom Hill.
Okay, Taysom, okay.
And then the flex. I got Dameon Pierce.
Okay. So Hurts, CMC, Walker. Hurts, CMC, Walker, Evans, Samuel.
Hurts, CMC, Walker, Evans, Curtis Samuel, Taysom Hill, Dameon Pierce.
Gotcha.
On the bench, Josh Allen, Travis Etienne, D-Rob, J-Rob, Mike Williams, Benjamin, and Campbell.
Okay. So first of all, it's a 1 QB league, right?
Yeah, I know. I got two QBs.
Yeah,
I've been trying to trade them, but ain't nobody been wanting to fight yet. I'm not stopping though.
Yeah, you gotta do your best to do that. That's just wasted talent there. Etienne on the bench, so you can only start 3 running backs. You got CMC, Walker, and Pierce, and Etienne's just sitting there on the bench. I'm trading CMC for.
Well, I've been trying to trade McCaffrey.
Yeah,
so I've been trying to trade
Adams
and one of the quarterbacks, but that's a whole lot. They have to come with a whole lot to get McCaffrey and one of the quarterbacks.
Well, Adams.
I got number 1 and number 3.
Adams
number
and
1
Diggs,
and number
bro.
3 quarterbacks.
Adams and Diggs for CMC. Adams or Diggs.
I'm going after him. I'll try it again. I'll check back with me and let us know what's going on with it.
I mean, you get an Adams or Diggs for CMC, that solves part of your problem because then you throw that player into your Curtis Samuel spot. I don't mind Evans there. And then Walker and Etienne as your RBs.
No, because Evans always 16, 18 points every week.
Yeah.
Just about.
Trade.
He's good wide receiver too.
Trade Hurts over Josh Allen.
Trade Hurts before I trade Josh Allen?
I would. I mean, I'd probably trade whichever one you can, but at the same time, if you get rid of CMC for Adams or for Diggs, then your problems pretty much go away because then you're looking at having Etienne and Walker and Pierce, which I love all 3 of them. You have Adams and Evans or Diggs and Evans. Then you have Josh Allen at QB. Then I would probably take Hurts and trade him for an injured Mark Andrews. And then you walk straight to the bank. Because I mean, he's hurt right now, man. I mean, who does the Andrews guy have at quarterback?
Well, why couldn't I try to trade Hurts for Kelsey?
Well, who's the guy? Who do they both have a quarterback?
He's got Kelsey.
It's a moot point. It's a moot point if we don't know who they have a quarterback. So who does the Kelsey?
Yeah, I know.
Who's the Kelsey owner have a quarterback?
I'll check it out and see.
Okay. All right, man.
I'll check it out and see. Fine. All right, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate the time. Just wanted to give you the heads up.
Appreciate you. Later.
Thanks.
All right. Next up, let's roll. Yellow.
Hey. What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
So, yeah, man, I just wanted to go over my team and, get your thoughts or whatever, see if I can make any moves or what. I'm 6-1. So I start with the QB with the 10-team PPR league. So I got Jalen Hurts. I got DeAndre Swift. Travis Etienne. AJ Brown. I had Jamar Chase.
You still have him.
So
you still have him.
Yeah, I still got him. That's true.
Don't cut him.
Also, I got Chris Olave. Zach Ertz, my tight end. Yeah, and then my bench, it's Jamal Williams, Hendo, B-Rob, Allen Robinson, and Gerald Everett.
Okay.
And I got Tua as well. But.
All right, Tua. Okay, so very strong. This right here. This is your entire lineup. It's 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 tight end. There's no flex. There's no third wide receiver. Or you have a flex?
No, there's a flex, but it's wide receiver, running back, or tight end.
Okay, so it's 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and then a flex.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now that's going to be Hendy for now, or B-Rob, but we'll put Hendy in there. Okay, so and then Chase is obviously on the bench. Okay, so good news about Chase is that he may not be out more than 4 weeks. He could be. We don't really know. We just know the Bengals didn't put him on IR. That's a great sign, but we don't have any for sure's on that. Your team's looking really strong.
Yeah.
I love Swift. I love Etienne. Don't cut Jamal. I don't care what you're looking at. You got to keep that cuffed. Maybe grab Hasty.
No, for sure.
I don't know if your bench is like literally that small or if you're leaving a couple guys off, but Hasty would be a good cuff to Etienne. That would kind of secure up your running stable and you don't have any risk of having nobody. AJ Brown and Olave are fantastic. I mean, you could upgrade those, but at the same time, I don't think it's a necessity. Hurts is absolutely fantastic. Your team's great from top to bottom. One thing you could explore, when we were talking about it earlier on a couple different teams, is maybe Andrews for Jamar Chase. Maybe you go that person's probably worried about him just the same, thinking that Andrews is going to be hurt all year. They're very disappointed in him. I think he'll be back, so I would go ahead and go grab Andrews for Jamar Chase. And then, maybe you can trade Ertz and Hendy or Ertz and B-Rob or Ertz and, I don't know. That's kind of what I would.
So you're saying trade Jamar Chase for Andrews?
I would consider it, but I mean, you got Ertz. Ertz is a pretty good tight end. You can still trade him though. Tight ends are pretty hard to get right now. But I think that would be a good move.
And I got Gerald Everett as well. So
yeah. So maybe look at that. Jamar Chase for. You're 6-1. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah, so you can wait on.
It's like I'm not the highest scoring team. Like I'm kind of in the mid tier, so I've kind of been like getting lucky, in these couple wins or whatever. But so yeah, now with the Jamar Chase, with Jamar Chase, my team is pretty dominant. I mean, it still is, but just kind of like a crack in the thing. So I don't know if I should do anything, if I should just stay put or what.
Well, you can definitely afford to wait on Chase, like that's for sure. Yeah. But you could also afford to to make a move. Like, you know, it wouldn't be
Right.
it wouldn't be a bad move to get rid of him for like another player that they can, even if it's a risky player, but somebody like I think Andrews who can help you win. But I don't think you need to make any moves either. You're 6-1 for a reason. This team's very, very good. Chase could be back and should be back, but I would definitely explore Andrews. I'd also explore JT somehow. I don't know if you could trade like. See, I just don't know what people are willing to give up for
Yeah,
JT.
because that's the thing is the JT manager. We were actually talking, and he was willing to trade him. He was just like, okay, I'm gonna get your team and see what I like, but I never really sent him an offer, so that's kind of on me. But I mean, it's still not too late. I could do something.
Do you think the JT owner would take like Hendy, Chase, and B. Rob?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that wouldn't be bad.
Try it, bro. Try sending Chase and Hendy for Kenneth Walker, and if you got to throw B. Rob in, you throw B. Rob in.
Yeah. Yeah, Kenneth Walker was a target of mine too. But the owner, of course, didn't want to get rid of him, so.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go through these super chats first. I'm gonna turn the phone line off for the moment, so please hang tight. Super chatters, here I come. Do we trust Pittman this week? With the new QB starting Amon-Ra, Pittman, and Wandell Sutton on the bench. Yeah, I leave that alone. I start Pittman. Probably have good rapport together, to be honest, because you're talking about, you know, this guy wanting to lean on the security blanket. Pick 2, 0.5 PPR, Hendy, Eno, or Foreman. Probably Hendo. Foreman and Eno are tough. Can I get a chat vote on that one? Eno, Benjamin, or Deonta Foreman? Foreman's probably has less competition, but it's a worse offense. Offense is probably less likely to get near the goal line and get Foreman into scoring position. Then again, if they get into scoring position, they're probably leaning on Foreman. So it's like less opportunities, but more of a likelihood of being utilized at the goal line. We got Eno and Foreman. Somebody wants to sit Hendy. I don't mind that, but Foreman or Eno. Eno's better quality looks. Problem is Ingram. So we got several Eno and Foremans and Hendos being left out. I guess I don't mind that. I mean, the Niners D is tore up, but they're still pretty good. So I guess I wouldn't balk at that if you wanted to go Eno and Foreman. I just think Henderson's got a nice opportunity. Yeah, that's a good one. Fallon, I guess the chat's saying in general Eno and Foreman and leave Hendo on the bench. I probably would go. I mean, I'm wavering. I kind of like that though. Eno and Foreman probably feel safer. Hendo's got more upside but more risk, so you got to kind of pick your poison there. If you wanted to go safer, I guess I would put. Just because Ingram might get a lot of work, I maybe consider. I can't sit Eno. Eno's so exciting though. I'd probably go Eno and Foreman. I think the chat's right. I think the chat is right. Kamara is my running back 1. Pick 2 of these running backs to start this week also. Swift, Dameon Pierce, Walker, Stevenson. Bro, you need to make a trade. What's going on here? Walker. I'm not sitting Walker. Pierce and Kamara are pretty close. You know, Walker's your running back 1. Kamara, it's between Kamara, Pierce, and Stevenson in my book. And yeah, I'd probably start Kamara, but pick 2 of these other running backs. Okay, so I would go Walker and Pierce, bro. Walker and Pierce. Swift I'm entertaining it, but Stevenson and Swift have a little bit of a workload concern. Not enough to be freaked out at all, but Dalvin Cook for Tyreek Hill. I take Tyreek Hill in a heartbeat, to be honest with you. I just worry about Cook. He got the bye week out of the way, though. Make sure you can weather through that. Chase owner, Kyler, Mixon, Etienne, Kenneth Walker, Boyd. Devontae McLaurin. What should you do? Good running backs. Etienne, Mixon. Wide receivers are very, very lacking. They're crafty, but they're definitely not big names. I don't know. I mean, if I'm you, I'm maybe looking to trade Chase for... Who's your tight end? Hawkinson? You're 3 and 4. I maybe look to trade Chase for, just start going down the list, man. AJ Brown. I know you're not going to probably get him, but you just keep going down the list, and then at some point you got to stop, like at T. Higgins. I'd rather have T. Higgins over Chase in your situation. Kind of helps you and keeps you afloat. That's probably the best move for you to make. I don't think you can sell Mixon high at all. You can't sell Etienne high at all. You don't want to sell Walker because he's still going to gain value and you're not going to get what you want. Boyd's pretty good. Boyd, Devontae Smith, McLaurin, they're undervalued, decent wide receivers. There's nothing wrong with them, but you got Freiermuth and Hawkinson. Maybe you can trade Hawkinson and Boyd, or Hawkinson and Devontae Smith, or Hawkinson and McLaurin for like AJ Brown and get yourself a true wide receiver 1. Hawkinson and McLaurin for AJ Brown, and then wait on Jamar unless you're getting something, that you almost can't refuse. That would be pretty smart, bro. And then put Freiermuth in. Hawkinson and McLaurin for AJ Brown. More player right around that value. I traded CD, Foreman, Pitts, Patterson for Etienne, Goddard. CD, Foreman, Pitts for and C. Patterson for Etienne and Goddard. Yeah, I like that. You could argue it, but I like that. The show loves you back, King. Appreciate you. I like that. It's not bad. League has 1 point for rushing first downs. Is Kyler worth? I already answered that one. Yeah, Kyler is worth going and getting in that upgrade, bro. I can't stand those formats though. You can still bring them up. I don't want you to feel like you can't mention it. Where does the super chats come from? I started players like Gus. What does it say? Where did the super teams? Oh, sorry, I had to zoom in there. Super teams come from. I'm starting players like Gus and Foreman in my leagues. What was the question, Dan? Did you have a question? I like Lamb. I think Dan was just showing love, man. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate you. Thank you, Dan. And the final super chat to get caught up. Oh no, we got a couple more. Aaron Jones or Tony Pollard. I'm probably going. It's hard to sit Aaron Jones, man. I guess Pollard for upside, Aaron Jones for a little bit more safety, but Pollard's definitely got more swing. A little more risk though, but more swing. Best fantasy channel. Thank you, Neil. I got Kirk Carr, Pickett, Kirk Carr. I'm gonna open the phone lines again in 1 second, guys. Kirk Carr, Pickett, JJ, Godwin, Boyd, Bateman, Henry, Walker, Pollard, Zeke. Any moves you should make. So JJ, Godwin, Henry, Walker, Pollard. Who's your quarterback? Carr. Who's your tight end? I don't see your tight end, so I'm going to tell you if there is a tight end. It's not wide receiver and tight end. I like the idea of getting Andrews right now, man. I think Andrews is one of the better buys. He's banged up, and B-Rob and Hendy. These are very attractive players to trade. Boyd's looking good trade-wise. Godwin's looking good trade-wise. I don't mind keeping Godwin. Henry, you could divide and conquer with and get like an Etienne and wide receiver equivalent to an AJ Brown-esque type of player. Neil, those are what I'm doing, my guy. Zinski. PPR need to call it, Smitty. CD, Tony Pollard or Pierce. Give me Pierce and chat. I need the chat. Tony Pollard, CD Lamb, Pierce. Pick 2. I don't know that I want to go both Cowboys. I think Pierce is locked in, and the question is, do you sit CD or Tony Pollard? Jeez, man. Zinski, I'm going to set you over here. That's insane. Mostert, Eno, or Monty. Flex, pick one. Give me Mostert if all looks good and healthy. Otherwise, Eno's the call. Carson, Gabe Davis, Boyd, or Devontae Smith, who do you start? Gabe Davis for me. But I understand that somebody wanting to go Boyd. Boyd's pretty safe. Rockout says, check your DMs. I'll look at it. The Rockout, thank you. Neil, my tight end is Kelsey. Okay. I didn't know that I saw that. But all those other things apply. Evan, Dalvin Cook for Tyreek. Tyreek all day. Zinski, what did Zinski say? Or what did everybody vote? I mean, so everybody voted. Yes, I did do yours, Evan. Tyreek all day long. I did that one earlier, but Tyreek all day. Lamb, Pollard season. CD Pierce, CD Pierce, Lamb, CD Pierce, Pollard, sit Pollard, Pollard Pierce, sit Pollard. Don't overthink it. Pierce, Pollard, man. Sit CD. You guys are all over the map. Mostert should be all good. I'm just saying check. Pollard. Zinski, you're. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna blow smoke up your rear end, bro, and just make up something and pick a side. Like you should be trade. I mean, you can't necessarily trade TP right now. Tony Pollard's not. You know, he's got to grab a hold of the job long term. But final answer from me. I don't think you can sit Pierce and CD Lamb. I love Pollard, man. But, I mean, I feel like this is one of those things, like one of the commenters said, I forget who said it, but like you're overthinking it by, I mean, any one of them could outscore the other two. But you're talking about a guy like CD Lamb and Pierce, and you're getting excited about a guy rising up. And I love Pollard. And I want everybody to find a way to play Pollard, but I think that is overthinking it to a degree. All right, rock out. Let me go find your. Get a lamb. Thank you, rock out. Appreciate you. Rock out. Just cranking out music for the show constantly. Play CD or Olave. Probably CD. I like both of them. AJ Brown, CMC, JT, Etienne, Walker. AJ Brown, CMC, JT, Etienne, Walker in the lineup. That's great, man. CD or Olave. I'm going CD, but that's close. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. What can I help you with?
What's up, Smitty?
What's up?
I hit a super chat probably 3 streams ago.
Okay.
You probably won't remember it. I'm pulling it up for you. It's a 10-team PPR.
All right.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, flex. I unfortunately lost Javonte and Breece Hall, so I traded for Kenneth Walker. I have Kenneth Walker, Henderson, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle.
Hold on.
TJ Hawkinson.
Read them off again.
So I have Tua Tagovailoa starting, but I have Tua, Dak, Kenneth Walker, Darrell Henderson, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Waddle, TJ Hawkinson, Pittman, Jets defense, Myers. You'd probably care less about kickers. Drake London.
Who's your tight end?
Dak.
Who's your tight end?
TJ Hawkinson.
Okay.
B-Rob on the bench. I got Algier, probably end up dropping him later. Pickens and Wan'Dale Robinson.
Okay.
So I want to conquer and divide, like you said, for Cooper Kupp. I can't get JT, unfortunately. This guy just is probably the worst person to trade with at this point. He's got Travis Kelce, JT. He's got Benjamin right now, but I mean, at that point there, he's really stuck on JT, or you have to give him half your team for him to trade one player to you. There's a guy that's 2-5. He's got Aaron Jones, and I've been trying to get CMC off of him, but he's probably the worst to trade with when it comes to CMC. But I feel like I could probably get Aaron Jones for giving up Pittman. I just don't know how you feel about giving up Pittman, because I know you've been talking about Pittman. And
I like Pittman, but Aaron Jones I like a little more, even with the risk involved.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get an RB at that price, that's pretty good, considering you can put Olave straight into your, or this is a flex spot, right? So it doesn't even have to be. So if you take Pittman out, and let's just move Hendy to that spot, so then you have A. Jones. So the question is Aaron Jones and Hendy better than Pittman and Hendy? And I just think it looks better. It's safer.
Yeah, because I really feel like I need an RB after losing Breece Hall and Javonte.
Yeah.
You had said that I'd probably make playoffs, and I feel like I would. I'm putting up a lot of points. Unfortunately, I'm the one that's getting scored on the most, and I'm still 3-4. Literally nobody else is allowed 1,000 points. I'm the only one that's allowed 1,000 points in this league. But yeah, I mean, really at that point, I would like Aaron Jones, so I get to keep Cooper Kupp. But conquering and dividing, I don't know. This guy has Swift. He has Barkley. I don't know how to get. I mean, I would probably do Swift and Higgins maybe off of his team
Kupp?
if I was able to trade with him.
I'd take Swift and Higgins.
Conquering and dividing.
I'd take Swift and Higgins for Kupp.
Gotcha.
I mean, the chat. What does the chat think? I mean, there's
another
though.
thing. What's up?
It's tough trading Kupp though. Swift and Higgins is pretty good.
It's heartbreaking, really, because his ACL injuries have. I mean, I know how bad you feel about losing those two moon men to the moon, but
yeah, I
know how you feel about that. I'm hurt as well, because I feel like I would have been a threat in playoffs. But this other guy has Austin Eckler, Etienne. I know you're big on Etienne as well. And now that James Robinson is out of the way, I think it's clear and concise. But he has Gabe Davis, so I was thinking maybe Etienne and Gabe Davis, or Eckler and Gabe Davis, and I give him one of my wide receivers with Kupp. I don't know. But I'm gonna run this by you really quick, because he has Tyreek Hill, and I was interested in possibly giving him Waddle and Kupp necessarily, and I just get Tyreek Hill and like Etienne or something. I don't know what you think. Because he also has Leonard Fournette. I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but he has Leonard Fournette, Eckler, Etienne. So it's like I'll probably go for Etienne or Eckler.
Okay, so Waddle and Kupp for Hill and Etienne. I don't think so. No, I love Etienne, but no. Kupp's. I mean, Waddle's too close to either one of these guys to be doing the Kupp downgrade. No, but Higgins and Swift straight up, sure. But you start throwing in stuff like where you're like, well, I'm gonna give him Hendy then, or I'm gonna give him B-Rob. That changes, and then it starts balancing the trade too much. And the whole point is to get Higgins and get Higgins and who was it? Swift. Higgins and Swift. 2 for 1.
Yeah, get an RB, because I think that's the hole that I need to fill. I mean, I love Kenneth Walker. I just don't know if every week he can carry the price of 2 RBs. you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying
that's really. I heard you say a T.J. Hawkinson trade earlier, but I just feel like this league just doesn't believe in T.J. Hawkinson. Like they just treat him like he's.
I'm thinking like Tom is. Tom's thinking in here. Tom, who's got the next super chat up, by the way, Tom. So hang tight. Tom said Kupp for Hill and Etienne alone, and I agree with that. Like you gotta treat Kupp that way, and if you can trade Kupp and get Etienne and Hill, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. I'll throw Pickens in maybe, but I'm not throwing in.
I like that too. They just have that week 11 bye, so I'd probably end up taking a loss in that week 11.
Yeah, whatever.
But I think it probably that 1 week would just probably be just a scratch compared to the rest.
Yeah, bye weeks don't concern
I
me,
like.
bro. I don't
What's
care.
Up?
I said bye weeks don't concern me at all. Like I don't like trading for players. I don't like trading players that have had their bye week for players that haven't had it. Like like in that context. But like if you're talking about Cup and you're talking about other players that like no one's had their bye, I don't care if my buys are stacked all in one week or not. I'd rather dominate and lose 1 week than bleed out all of the weeks. It's a completely irrelevant topic unless we're talking about like two quarterbacks and both of the same bye week. Then clearly there's a problem. But like when we're talking about
the only reason I really bring that up, sorry to interrupt you, is the fact that right now this week I'm going against the number 2 team, and then next week I'm going against the number 1 team. By the time I make it to week 11, I think the guy after I face the number 1 team, I think I can beat week 10. But by that point, I mean, if I can make this trade, this week, then I should be for week 9 then. But yeah.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Smith.
Yeah, later. Call back and let us know, how it goes.
Yes. I got you. I got these trades written down, so I'll try to execute on one of these.
Cool. Later. Tom shines. Let's see if you shine, pal. You approved my trade based on injuries to my running backs. Traded Chase pre-injury for Deontay and Jacobs. So that worked out pretty good for you at the end of the day. League chat vetoed 2 hours after news. Is that BS or am I wrong for? Bro, I don't know. Traded Chase pre-injury. So if this happened so if you made the trade before the injury was actually like announced and everything, like he knew he was trading for an injured player, that is BS. In my opinion. And Tom, if you want to call in, and we can call your commissioner right now, as long as you call him on 3-way. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If it's one thing to like try and trick somebody, like here's an example of. I mean, even this is potentially cutthroat, but it depends on your league rules. But like, let's say somebody offered. Let's say you offered, before Breece Hall went down, you offered. Let's say Leonard Fournette, some low ball offer, Leonard Fournette for the guy's Breece Hall. And you went into the Sunday games, and then Breece Hall went down, and he's out for the season, and the guy just goes in and hits accept because now he can send you Breece Hall and that awful offer you offered him because he's out for the year, though, and you get your Fournette for free. Like, I could see where a commissioner steps in that case, but even that, like, you should have your league rules map that out. Like, that's your fault for not pulling an offer down and going into Sunday games. There's two perspectives. You could argue that you need to take care of your business. And if you have an offer sitting out there floating around in the abyss and then somebody gets hurt, that's your fault. So like you got to have that mapped out in your league. I could also understand a league commissioner going in and saying, that's shady, bro, for you to just go and hit the button. Because it is. It's really shady to do it. But and the same thing for if a trade happens and he knows that Chase is injured, he does. Everyone knows he's banged up. But he looked okay, went back into the game, and then if the news comes out later, that's crap. That's crap. You're live on the Fantasy Football Show. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Smitty, it's Corzin. I called you earlier to get some advice, and this is a follow-up call, and I wanted to see what we can do from here.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I've got I'm 7-0. I've got Joe Burrow, Swift, Eno Benjamin, Diggs, Olave, Darren Waller, and Henderson. And then on my bench, I've got Pacheco, White, Jamal Williams, Jamar Chase, Mike Williams, Njoku, and then I have Kyron Williams on my IR.
Okay.
You recommended that I tried to trade Darrell Henderson and Chris Olave for Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes, sir.
And maybe Debo. No one in the league likes Darrell. Literally everyone thinks he is the worst of the worst. So that trade just got turned down completely.
Okay.
The other one that you offered was Jamar Chase and Darrell. So that same concept. Everyone thinks Darrell's horrible. But the other one, right when I hung up on you, someone counter offered me Stephon Diggs for Travis Etienne and Mike Evans, and I throw in Jamal or Daryl with it. Or Eno, sorry.
Jamal or Eno. Keep Jamal because of Swift. That's tough, though, because it's like Eno's really good, and standalone, I like Eno better than Jamal, clearly. But this is very protective for you. You kind of almost have to, because Eno could lose his job just the same as anybody, and he's not locked in yet. Connor's coming back at some point, so you're giving up Eno and Diggs for Evans and Etienne.
Etienne and Mike Evans, yeah.
Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if the chat agrees. I think the chat will agree, but let's see what the chat agrees. Chat, what do you think? Are we doing Diggs and Eno for Etienne and Mike Evans? I think the chat is going to say yes, because Mike Evans is close enough to Diggs, man. Diggs is at his bye week, though. That's the one thing. What's your record?
7-0.
Yeah, you cakewalk.
Yeah.
Etienne side.
Yeah.
And so your team. Let's look at your team real quick. Let's look at your team real quick because I think it looks really good. So we got Evans and Etienne in here, and that's your new team. So Swift, Etienne, Evans, Olave, Waller, Hendy. I mean, it sucks losing Diggs. It does, like, a little bit of a kick to the nads when you look at the wide receivers. But at the same time, it's like Mike Evans. He just looks lesser than Diggs, but he's not really. He's really good, bro.
Yeah, what scares me with Evans is Godwin. I feel like Godwin takes the ball all the way down the field, and then Evans just that end zone, or that deep ball target.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like Mike Evans. I'm looking towards playoff schedules now because I do think I'm guaranteed to playoffs at this point. And I like Evans' playoff schedule. I don't know if I should be looking this far ahead than Diggs.
Can you try and keep Eno, though? Do you think that maybe he would still do it?
I tried to trade just Diggs for the 2v1, the Diggs for Evans and Etienne, and he said he would need a running back. And it wouldn't be Daryl or Kyron, because the whole league thinks
part of me is you kind of need Jamal, man. Would anybody roll the dice and just say give him Jamal and keep Eno Benjamin and just try and hope that you don't ever need Jamal again? Or is it just too risky?
The glass cannon stays intact.
Yeah, let's see what the chat says on that one. Because, Jamal Williams is a lot more expendable than... I think Jamal and Diggs looks a lot lesser, but at the same time, what it does for your team is different than what it does. I would love to know what the chat thinks. If they would roll the dice with Swift without Jamal, or is it just too important to have Jamal?
Personally, I don't think I could do it, even if the chat says it's...
Yeah, it's scary.
Swift is a glass cannon, man.
Yeah, it's scary to have just Swift. And if Swift is out of the picture, Jamal's going to ball,
Yep. And if Swift does get hurt and I traded Jamal, I'd be looking at starting Eno and Daryl, which would really hurt my team.
Yeah, chat agrees. That was my initial thinking with this. Like, as much as I want to give Jamal instead of Eno, for you, it's just real important.
Mm-hmm.
It's real.
Jeff Wilson carried my running back for all 7 of these wins, so
yeah,
I could. But now, with this Diggs trade, I would be getting a ETN, which would really secure my running back space, I think. And then with Chase and Mike Williams coming back, I could possibly trade Olave or Mike Williams for another running back, maybe before playoffs. That was my thoughts behind it.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro.
Okay. So you think I should smash the Diggs for Mike Evans and Etienne?
Yeah, Diggs and Eno.
Yeah.
Not Jamal. Diggs and Eno for Evans and Etienne. I would. Etienne's really good, man. I think Etienne's either going to turn into Diggs' value, and then it's like you're trading Evans for Benjamin, or Etienne's not going to. Like, it's going to be one or the other, and I believe he's going to ball out. But, there's some risk involved in counting on Etienne to deliver this kind of return, but I think a lot of us are super, ultra excited that it's definitely going to work out. So, yeah, man, go get it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man, later. Hey, also, real quickly, consider trying to trade Evans for a safer wide receiver. You don't have to stop here. You don't have to stop here. You could try and trade like Evans and Mike Williams, Evans and Hendy, go back and get a Devontae Adams, bro. Jump right back into the bye week free game. Not that you need to worry about that, but there's no reason you can't try and explore that.
Yep. The problem with that is we have one guy in our league that hoards the Raiders. So someone just traded him for Derrick Henry. So I doubt I'll be able to get Devontae.
Okay. Well, just explore it. All right, man.
Yep.
Later.
With that, though, who would be a second safe wide receiver?
Just go down the list, man. But at some point, you got to. I mean, it depends who you're giving up. If it's Mike Williams and Evans, you can go straight down to Tyreek Hill, and you could go. Okay. I wouldn't go much past that, but because Evans is right about there. But anybody you feel is ranked above Evans, who cares? Throw Mike Williams in. If it's higher, then you might have to throw Hendy in or whatever. But all right, bro. Appreciate you. Later.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, I've got Mario on the line and another caller. Mario, hang tight for me. I'm going to help the other caller real quick because I just added you, Mario. So hang tight. The other caller, who am I talking to?
Oh, what's up, Smitty? My name's Jordan. I called you yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was speaking to you about trying to trade Dalvin Cook and some other pieces for Devontae Adams or Devontae Adams or A.J. Brown. That's what it was. So instead of giving my whole team, I'll just give you the pieces that I'm willing to trade away, and then I just want to see what you think because I'll just give it to you. That was Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, Chase Claypool, Benjamin, Jamal Williams, and Kyle Pitts. Those are the guys that I'm willing to trade away right now. So I offered the guy. We spoke to text. It wasn't like an initial offer, but I offered him Dalvin Cook, Madison, and Chase Claypool for A.J. Brown. He said no, that he wouldn't give me that. He'd only give me Drake London. So at that point, like trading in this league is just like doesn't even seem like it's gonna happen. So next week, my CD Lamb, he's gonna be on break. He's gonna have a bye. So I don't know what I should do to try to pick off waivers or maybe try to trade for somebody else. But
honestly, if no one's trading, bro, of course you got to work the waiver wire and pick up the best guys. But what's your record?
4-3 right now.
If no one's trading you a Walker, no one's trading you an Etienne for Cook.
I have Etienne.
Oh, you have Etienne. Okay. No one's trading you JT for Cook and something like give something else in addition. I don't know if you want to give anything else, but not everybody wants Cook is part of the problem, bro, because Cook has been sporadic and his offense has totally changed, and I don't think a lot of people trust him. So Dameon Pierce is crafty straight across.
I have Pierce also, yeah.
That's gonna be part of the problem. Swift.
I'm trying to get a receiver because Marquise Brown got hurt, and I have just CD and Olave.
I'm on
Raw. I have people on my bench, but
I'm on Raw.
I tried. Yeah, he denied that. The guy who's last in my league, his wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel, Christian Kirk, Dave Davis. Those are his wide receivers. I know he won't trade me Hill. I know that, but I'm looking at Christian Kirk. I know that Dalvin Cook is too much for Kirk, but I don't really know. His bench is Wan'Dale Robinson, Garrett Wilson, Antonio Gibson. I don't know what other. And the waivers are Alec Pierce, Paris Campbell. There really isn't much.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I can't really help you if they won't trade, but Hill, obviously St. Brown, Hill, AJ Brown, maybe CD Lamb for Cook if you're trying to go straight. I mean, I wouldn't give anything additional, but Evans maybe, and then it's almost like cutoff city right there, bro, for Cook, because Cook's a running back. He deserves more. Like, your best bet if you're trading Cook is to do the divide and conquer situation, where it's like you're gonna have to settle for a lesser receiver now. So if you put two lines here, and we use your anchor of the trade as a much lower than Dalvin Cook player, then you can afford to get a lot bigger name running back than you would. So let's say Gabe Davis. So do I like Gabe Davis comparatively to Dalvin Cook? You'd be shocked. I probably won't even tell you how much I really like Gabe Davis comparatively to Dalvin Cook, because I'm afraid too many people would just close the YouTube app right now. But I like him so much that this makes me want to go attack a Gabe Davis and player for Dalvin Cook. And then you start looking at the RBs, and you're like, what can I get? What can I get an Aaron Jones right here with Gabe Davis? Can I get So start looking at it from a different angle. And maybe someone trades you a Mixon and Gabe Davis for Cook, and you take a different approach to it. You start going at it from a perspective of you're taking Cook and turning him into two players, but you're going after somebody you love, bro. If you like him, if you don't like Gabe Davis, insert the wide receiver that you quietly like that's lower ranked, like maybe Hopkins. Maybe you put Hopkins here. And
the guy who's actually last in my league, he has Gabe Davis and Christian Kirk. He has a bunch of wide receivers. So, I mean, but his bench is Antonio Gibson. He also has Kareem Hunt, who he's starting. So maybe like a Gabe Davis and Kareem Hunt for Dalvin Cook and Madison, maybe something like that.
I mean, it's fair market value. Not that I'm saying Gabe Davis can't pull his weight on that, but fair market value says no. You need more. You need like a Gabe Davis and Hopkins or something like that, But I would just go through and start looking at it from a different angle and start putting Pittman in, and like write it out like this if you have to. Put Pittman in, put Gabe Davis in, put Hopkins in, and then go to that team and see what else you can add to it, to your side of the scale, and just try and weigh down your side of the scale so that he in crafty fashion, your side weighs way more than his side, and he doesn't know it. He doesn't even see it coming. You got like a matchbook under the scale, and he has no idea you're messing with the scale, bro. You wanna take advantage of him, but in quiet fashion.
All right, thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Later. Mario. Mario.
Sorry. Let me clean out that real quick. Let me just check the tone real quick. I may have been drinking tonight. But let me just tell you.
You're a little muffled. You're a little muffled, Mario. We can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm using my Bluetooth. Is this better? Sorry.
A little bit.
Okay. Let me just tell you, I may have been drinking a little bit.
A little bit of Grandpa's cough medicine, shall we say? Okay.
A little bit of cough. You know how it is.
It is what it is.
Been following the channel since 2020. You've been my one-stop shop.
Attaboy.
All my fantasy football news, etc. Who to pick up, how to dominate my league. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Much love, Smitty. What the heck was I going to talk about? So, CMC, what do you value him? Like, do you think he's worth running back, a high-end running back 2 and a low-end wide receiver 1? Or do you think, like, he's not really worth the effort to trade for?
I mean, if I'm trading, there's two schools of thought: trading him away and trading for him. If I own CMC, I'm trying to get rid of him. He's got a bye week coming up. He, this week he could do really well or he could do really badly. If he does really badly, then it's like, what now? What happens to people that have owned him and thought they were getting something from him in week 7, thought they were getting something from him in week 8. Then he has a bye week in week 9. And then he's really just put his owners in a bind. Now, if you're going after him right now, you didn't weather through the week 7 debacle. So maybe he does deliver in week 8. Then he's got the bye week. Maybe your record's good. All those things need to be considered. But when you're trading for him, it's tough because his owner is expecting a lot. Like, his owner doesn't want to, like, sell at a cheap value. Like, they're really worried about the whole situation. So it's hard to get him in a trade, I'll be honest with you. But if you were to trade him away, and I don't think you really care about that, right? You're looking to acquire him. But if you were to trade him away, again, it's that anchor approach. It's you put the player in here, Etienne. What does that owner have at wide receiver? You put in the player, Kenneth Walker. What does that other owner have at wide receiver or running back? We're going to just go through the motions of every single player that you kind of like. If it's a wide receiver, you put in St. Brown. What does that other owner have at running back that you could plug in? Can you get an Etienne and a St. Brown for CMC? If you can, you smash accept. But I'm not trading an Etienne and a St. Brown for CMC. If I'm trading for CMC, I have a problem trading St. Brown for CMC. So I'm going to the only way I'm buying CMC, and that's not to say that I don't understand that could end up being a good move. I'm not saying that it can't. I'm just saying I have a problem with it because I question CMC that much in this situation. I can't stand Shanahan, man. I think Shanahan knows how to ruin players. Look at Debo's already out. What did I say a couple weeks ago? Debo would be out by week 10. It's week number 8. Debo's missing a game.
Yeah, like Debo's already missing a game. I'll be completely honest. I thought by now, I don't wish injury on anyone, but I thought CMC would be out by now, like a few weeks, to be honest with you. CMC and Dalvin Cook, like, those are the two guys I thought would be hurt and, like, falling down the ladder. And I still feel like that's going to happen even more, especially because CMC's on San Francisco, and that team is just always plagued with injuries. And it's already starting with Deebo Samuel, and you already got CMC, who's just usually a letdown. You know what I mean?
Yep. I know what you mean, bro.
My girlfriend's calling me. She's blowing up my phone. But I just want to tell you something. So, and this is fantasy football related. The other week, right, I had Taysom Hill starting as my tight end. And my commissioner of my league called me on my phone, right? He said, Taysom Hill is no longer allowed in our league.
What?
So you know what this guy did? He took Taysom Hill out of my lineup.
What?
He did it live. He did it live while the Saints were playing. He took him out of my lineup and said, yes. He took him out of my lineup.
Bro, is your commissioner up right now?
He most likely.
Call him on three-way, bro. Call him on three-way.
I can't do him like that. He's a brother of mine.
Dude, call him on three-way.
He called me. No. Listen.
I'll tell him.
He called me, and he talked to other league mates of mine, and the other league mates said, yeah, Taysom Hill at tight end is not fair. And he called me and said, yeah, Taysom Hill is now banned.
Bro.
So he took him out of my lineup. Can you believe it?
Bro, why are you playing in that league? That's corrupt. Who is he? Who is he to say? You know what I hate about these Taysom Hill crybabies is, like, they didn't think of it. Not only did they not think of it, the year that I said this is a cheat code, I had a video on it. I told everybody to do it.
Dude, no.
I told.
Yeah, that was the year I first followed it. I believe that was 2020, and I said, this guy's on to something. Taysom Hill, like, I'm plugging him in at my tight end.
He saw my video.
Move him.
Bro, that was me. That was my movement. That was my movement. I said, get Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill's tight end, quarterback, is like wide receiver and running back eligible. I think he had at least 3 of the 4 designations.
Yeah.
And in baseball, once you earn it, you've earned it. You've earned it. And just because you go play another position doesn't mean you're not still going to be called upon for the other position. Baseball, that's the way it is in baseball. But all these Taysom Hill crybabies that is cheating. Oh my God, these crying Calebs. They called up ESPN, emailed ESPN, faxed them. They sent faxes over to him from the quality assurance department.
Bunch of crying Corey.
Yeah, crying Calebs and Corys all over the place. There's 11 of them in every league, bro. There are 11 crying Calebs in every league because 11 people don't get to own Taysom Hill. And they're crybabies,
Let me tell
bro.
you, it was literally, I'm not even BSing you. It was, the vote was 10-2. I was part of the 2. It was me and someone else. We were saying Taysom Hill's good at tight end. 10 of the people said no because I had him.
Yeah,
and they didn't.
because you had him. You were smart. The dumbest thing is that they got tricked again, bro. It's like they saw it happen one year and they didn't even realize it could happen again, and now they're mad again.
Dude, just draft.
Bro,
I drafted him.
Bro, after you hang up, call your commissioner, see if he'll get on a call here. He's probably chicken. He probably won't do it, but tell him to get on here. I want to talk to him. All right, but I'm gonna let you run, Mario. Go. Be safe out there. Call an Uber. Don't call that guy. Don't call that guy. He'll take back the Uber. The Uber purchase.
He don't want me to crash and drop Taysom Hill.
That guy will remove you from your Uber, bro. Right in the middle of it. But yeah, call back with him on the phone, bro. Do it.
All right, so
I
appreciate you, dog.
That's a bunch of hogwash, man. What are you talking about? I can't stand commissioners that are corrupt and go rogue and start making decisions that are outside of the rules that are already written in place. So I'm just going to step in and veto this one. I want to veto this one. I'm going to veto that one. These crybaby Calebs, man. Just anybody that thinks Taysom Hill at tight end is cheating just didn't think of it. That's what it is. Insane. Am I caught up on the supers? I think Ray dropped one. Ray said got offered Boyd and Pittman for Stevenson. Boyd and Pittman for Stevenson. I'd rather have Boyd and Pittman over Stevenson. I like Stevenson a lot, but that's 2 wide receivers. It also depends on your team makeup. What's up, Ron Navy?
Hey, that last caller, man, that commissioner needs slapped right upside the head. And anybody like him just needs slapped right upside the head.
I know.
Taysom Hill, he's a draftable player. He's a positional player. That's just like saying, my wide receiver, my quarterback pitched me the ball and the wide receiver threw for a touchdown. Oh, we got to ban that wide receiver because he gets quarterback stats now.
Yeah. What a bunch of
Throw him a
garbage.
touchdown.
What a bunch of garbage, bro.
That's ridiculous. These people need to go home and, you know what he should do? He should say, fine, give me my money back if it was a paid league. Give me my money back and I'll go my own way.
Bro, that happened.
You can keep your day.
I played in a league with a very corrupt commissioner once too, and I swear to you this happened. A trade happened. Everybody passed the trade. And during the games, one of the starters went down ahead of one of the players that was involved. The backup player in this deal, there wasn't even necessarily like they were startable. It was like one of those, it's kind of like this wasn't the case, but it was kind of like a Aaron Jones and Dylan situation where Dylan would still be startable. And so this owner that did this trade had the Dylan type of player still in their lineup, right? So the trade goes through, everybody passed it, no one complained, everybody would vote on it, right? Trade goes through, and then the starter goes down, and the guy still had the backup in because he was getting run, and the dude went crazy, and the commissioner said, no, we're vetoing the trade retroactively because now it's an unfair trade because now he's a starter. Dude, in the middle of the game, it was in the middle of the game that the injury happened, and it was already approved and everything. I got out of that league so quick. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. There's so many corrupt commissioners out there. They need to be held accountable. You can bring them to my show and call him on three-way and we can talk to him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
I mean, that's just like, you know, we had a trade, and that's just like my player, right? He's going to be starting this week, right? He wasn't started when we made the trade, but that's just like the commissioner coming in and saying, oh, he's starting, you can't, that trade needs to be vetoed.
yeah,
Same damn thing.
yeah,
I mean, you don't know what these guys are going to do or what they're not going to do. I mean, half of the best ball community, I mean, these guys that go zero running back, what are they banking on?
Mm-hmm.
They're banking on all the main guys getting injured, so the scrubs get in and they win at the end of the year with the scrubs.
yeah.
That's how they do it.
The same thing happened to Tom. He was so I don't know if you heard Tom Shines. I got Tom up here on screen. Tom Shines super chatted. He traded Jamar Chase away, bro. And then 2 hours later, the trade was already approved and everything. 2 hours later, the Jamar Chase news broke, and then the commissioner vetoed it. He said, "Nah, it's unfair now," and it was already done. Like, it's ridiculous. I feel like there needs to be like a commish boot camp that you got to go through. I'll put it on. I'll put it on. I'll make the boot camp free. You got to go through my boot camp in order to be a commissioner.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Make them hold a log together in the ocean. Like we'll make it a full blown boot camp.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. They're out there because they're not making the trades and they're missing out on it. So they get jealous and then they see something break a way that they don't like, and so they just, I'm going to veto it.
Yeah. What else you got?
That's just ridiculous.
What else you got, Ron Navy?
Oh, I picked up. You know, because a lot of people are following, but I went ahead and I picked up Hasty off the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Because I got Etienne. So I figured I better grab him if I can as insurance for Etienne. Because I heard he's going to be the number 2 guy there.
Yeah, Hasty's pretty good. He ripped off that long touchdown run for people that don't know who Hasty is. I believe he played for the Niners, right? Didn't he play for the Niners? But Jamichael, pretty decent. Good backup. He's pretty fast and shifty. So like he's a good backup. Yeah. And there was word that they're not going to change Etienne's role too much, and they're going to make Hasty play the James Robinson role in a way, which I wouldn't worry about that. Etienne's been opening up more and more and more.
Yeah, so anybody out there that might have Etienne, you might want to look at picking up Hasty as an insurance policy.
Yeah. What else you got?
Pretty much. Oh, that's about it. I haven't called in lately, so called in with that news, and you hit a nerve with me when you were talking about these corrupt commissioners.
Yeah, right.
I mean, they should be ashamed of themselves.
They should. I'd love to speak to every one of them. I just want to say, like, what goes on in your mind, bro? That you're gonna literally go in and make that decision that Taysom Hill is unfair because you didn't think of it. He's eligible. I don't care if he changed. Like, let ESPN make the bad decision to take away his eligibility. What ESPN did was a mockery when they took away his tight end eligibility in the middle of the season. During that season, what was it, 2021? Or was it 2020?
Yeah.
They took away his tight end eligibility mid-season, but at least they did it in a way that was at least like it took the commissioners, the need to make a decision out of the equation, right? And it made it to where you could continue to start Taysom Hill in the tight end spot as long as you didn't make any transactions. So at least there was something good ESPN did. They didn't just remove him from your lineup unfairly, and that's unethical. They said, okay, you want to keep Taysom in your lineup? Fine. But you can't make any waiver moves. You can't make any start bench moves, nothing. And so in a league I had, I let everything was perfect for like 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't have to make a change, so I just let Taysom Hill sit in there, and it pissed people off. And I was like, "That's your fault. That's your fault. Don't complain and cry because you didn't have the foresight to see that Taysom Hill was multi-eligible, just like in fantasy baseball. They deal with it every day in fantasy baseball. There aren't very few of these opportunities to do this. And honestly, you know what? These platforms are missing the boat on making Deebo Samuel eligible as a running back. He should be running back, wide receiver eligible. What happened to putting those kind of labels on players and making fantasy football fun and dynamic? What is all this being scared about making a bold decision that actually is logical? Deebo Samuel should be a running back and a wide receiver. It's ridiculous. And they don't want to do it because they're scared. They're scared of the backlash and all the complaining Calebs out there, the crying Calebs.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, I mean, look at it. Okay, these rushing quarterbacks, right? Should you punish them because they do better than the pocket passing quarterback? So if you're not a pocket passing quarterback, you should be punished because you can run the ball like a running back.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same type of thing. Are you going to punish them?
And
you're punishing no owners?
And Tom makes a good point, which is what we've talked about before, Tom. So this is something we addressed on the show in a lot of videos when this came up. Is Patterson was running back, wide receiver eligible, but they didn't make Deebo wide receiver and running back eligible, which is what we talked about when that time was here. And then they took away from Patterson's eligibility this year because they're scared. They're scared.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared.
Yeah. And what about the tight ends that actually they're tight ends, but they're also wide receivers? I mean, look at somebody like Likely. Likely can play either position. He can play tight end or play run route.
Hey, rock out. We got you on the line as well. You want to weigh in on this? Rockout's like, I kind of don't like it.
I think people are just getting jealous about certain positions because they didn't thought about it first.
Yep, I agree, Rockout. What do you got for us today, Rockout?
Okay, I need 2 flexes. I got Brian Robinson, Zay Jones, A-Rob, Herbert, and Josh Reynolds. Need 2 PPR.
Brian Robinson, Zay Jones, and who?
Allen Robinson, Will Herbert, and Josh Reynolds.
And you need how many of them? 2 or 1?
Yeah, 2.
B-Rob's getting volume. He had 20 carries last week. I mean, granted, the yards per carry sucked, but he's getting 20 totes, bro. You got to go with B-Rob, I think. And then the other one, I mean, this is a crapshoot. I kind of want to go Herbert, but Monty got like 15 or 7. I think it was 15 carries last week. So I don't know. Zay's kind of like a safe floor, but maybe not as much upside as Herb's. What do you think, Ron Navy? You like Zay Jones probably, I'm going to guess? Or do you like Herbert?
No, I like...
Who?
I like Herbert. I like
good.
Herbs.
There you go. You got both of us saying Herbs and B-Rob. Or I think he probably says B-Rob too, but...
Yeah, it's kind of between him and Zay just because Zay gets a bunch of targets. But I like Herbert a lot too.
But they rock out. Look at it this way, though. I mean, they had to fly overseas. They're playing an overseas game. That's almost the same as like playing a Thursday night game almost in a way.
Maybe worse.
So, I Herbs.
Yeah, I think Thursday night's like playing, or overseas is like playing on Wednesday night. It's like even worse.
Yeah.
You know what would be awesome? I think the NFL would probably be smart to do this, but there should be a game every single night of the week. I mean, that would be freaking phenomenal. You could take the afternoon games and dial it back to like one game, because the afternoon games are 3 or 4 games, and they're kind of boring and letdowns anyway. The afternoon games. I think we'd all be okay with a normal slate of Sunday morning games, one afternoon game, one evening Sunday night game, and then pretty much a game every single day of the week, or at least like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that. That would be freaking amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like having a couple-day break.
Our wives would hate it.
Gives you time for waiver wires. Gives you time to plan.
Yeah.
Gives you time to think about other things. No.
Divorce rates would go from 70% to maybe 85.
I think we'd end up with more injured players also.
89.5%.
Yeah, it's like a 500% increase on divorce rates.
Yeah, they finally came out. Brady's finally divorced.
Yeah.
They'd have to really space out they'd have to figure out the schedule to where there was enough space between games, like there'd have to be some massive algorithm that said, okay, the schedule has to be like this. These two teams played on Tuesday last week, so they got to play on it would be a crazy thing to figure out, and it might not be possible because of the teams needing to rest, but that would be pretty crazy. Yeah, probably have to be Monday, Tuesday. Maybe it could just be Monday. I don't know. You could do like Monday. I hate Thursday games. You should do Monday, Tuesday.
Friday Night Light.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Do like Monday.
It probably wouldn't work with this.
Do like Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I mean the waiting part is tough. The amount of if you had
Saturday, you got all the conference games on, so you can't do Saturday.
Yeah. All right, rock out. What else you got?
Yeah, man.
They don't care about player health. They don't care if a player has a 2-game turnaround. They don't give a crap. At least Thursday, Friday would be good. But I think a Friday game would be. I mean, you're already doing Thursday turnarounds, right? So why not do Friday? Why not do Friday?
Like Friday, like.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. I'm okay with that.
Hey, Smitty, you know what I'm picturing right now? Whenever you ask Rock out a question, he goes, and we're talking about the subject. I think he's like going through lyrics of a new song that he's like forming in his head right now. He's gonna come out with like this song about football every day of the week.
And now, Rock out. You should ask me a question in a lyric. Be like, yo, Smitty, what do you think of Andrews? What do you think
he can do? About Taysom Hill?
You got to ask me when he's got a rhyme. Go ahead.
What do you think about Taysom Hill? People think we cheating because he can do multiple things.
Okay. People that think he's cheating got to chill. I think Taysom Hill.
Take a chill pill.
Take a chill pill. Now? Bill, I think Taysom Hill's got a. People are freaking out about when he has a 5-point game and they don't realize that the next game he could have a 20-point game. He could have a 4-point game. Like, name a tight end Andrews flopped too, but name a tight end normally that is always consistent and not having a 4 or 5-point game that isn't named Kelsey and isn't named Andrews when Andrews is healthy. The answer is there's nobody. Yeah. Everyone's going to have a 4 and a 5-point game. Taysom Hill drops 20-something, and then he has a 4 or 5-point game if people drop him. And I like him. I like Taysom Hill. The wire. You what?
That's why he's back on my wire.
He's a great pickup.
Figure out who to drop to get him.
They want him out there. They want to use him. Taysom Hill's fine. All right, broskies. I might call it. It's been over 2 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes. I've been live a long time the last couple days. I'm gonna get some rest. I might go exercise. I'm so behind Rock out on my getting cut. I've been running and stuff, but I need to lift weights every single day, and I haven't. So I'm totally behind. I might have to reset. I might have to reset it to Thanksgiving. I failed. But we've had so many live streams and so much going on. Like, I've dropped the ball on it, but I've still been running. I'm dropping some LBs, but I'm not getting ripped. I'm dropping LBs little bit here and there, but I need to start doing the weightlifting.
Yeah, get your chin ups and weights in.
Yeah, I've got the chin up bar right here. I can probably do like 9 pull-ups now. I used to be able to do like 15, like a couple months ago, maybe 5 months ago. I was doing 15. Now I can do. I got the bar up here.
Hey, you're only doing like one meal a day.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. About 2 days a week, I'm doing multiple. I'm trying to do the pull-ups well above. I'm not trying to do a chin up. I'm doing like the chest up, so it's full, all the way up. But
yeah,
we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, boys. Ron Navy laughing. This is my world, Ron. What's funny about my world?
So
Right now?
good. Just
How's your migraine?
What?
How long did you have that migraine for? Did you get it away? Get rid of it?
I don't think I'm going to put these on again, but I might wait. I might try them again, but I was told to wear these. These are my blue light blocking glasses. I think my eyes just need to get adjusted to them. Anytime you get brand new glasses, the first day is a little rough. But but these, I'll put them on real quick.
Extra strength Excedrin with a lot of water will take a migraine away.
Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen. I will see you all later.
All right,
take care, Smitty.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah.
All right, party people. Let me make sure there aren't any pending super chats. What is somebody saying about the haters? Travis says hater blockers, Smitty. Divorce rates would be better. Are these called hater blockers? Are these what these are? Good show as always, says Johnny. Johnny, I appreciate you. Johnny on the spot. I do like these. I do like the look of them, actually. And they do feel good before the migraine kicks in. And you know what? Maybe I'll try them for the rest of this show here and see. It blocks the blue light. All the colors are jacked up, but I look at this screen so long. It's like Joe Cool. This is like Joe Burrow. I feel like Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow right now. Those are rookie divorce numbers. Got to push it. Got to pump those numbers up, bro. Let's make football Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, and let's test those relationships. See how tough they really are. We'll see who's hanging on by a thread and who's not. All right. Those are the glasses. These are the ones. These might become the trademark. The Smitty trademark. The aviators. The blue light blocking aviator monsters. The Joseph Burrow cigar smoking glasses. These are cigar smoking glasses if I've ever seen a pair. Shiesty, Smitty Shiesty in the building. That's right. That's what they call me now. Smitty Shiesty. When I've got these on, I don't know. Maybe a different personality kicks in when I put these bad boys on. Maybe you get Smitty Shiesty. And I come in here and I come in like this is what I put on when I go in rant mode. Put them down a little bit. Rant mode, Smitty. Neil with a super. Neil said, Smitty, can you turn blue light mode off on the computer? Or turn it on. I can. I don't. I mean, yeah, I can. I sometimes do. But it's still eye strain with the light and everything going on. But yeah, Smitty's fantasy football mission possible instead of mission impossible. That's right. All right, guys. I'm live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm live when news breaks. I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, midnight, Eastern. Almost every single Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, Eastern. Graveyard shift, if you know what I'm saying. So weird that the Zigmeister is showing blue light blocking glasses an ad right on the big screen. Unbelievable that Amazon's listening to you all the time. Blue light blocking glasses advertisement right on the screen right now. Unbelievable. Drop Paris Campbell for AJ Dillon. Yes, I would do that, Corey. I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. That's a league winner right there, sitting on your bench, bro. All right, guys, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, live whenever news breaks. Also live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at midnight Eastern. I go live more than anybody. More than anybody. Don't try and cap. You know your boy Smitty goes live more than anybody. I'll see you all tomorrow evening at about midnight Eastern. So catch you later. All the buttons on my board look completely different. I don't even know which one I'm pressing. Okay, there we go. Oh, wrong button. See? It's all right. It's worth it. It's worth it. Saving my eyes, it's worth it. Oh, I got a super chat, so I came back. It's Ron Navy. What's he saying now? Smitty Fantasy Football Matrix. Mr. Anderson. Attaboy. Cooper Cup League results. Faithful Lee's in here. Hey, Faithful Lee, you're in second place. Congrats. You're in second place. Cooper Cup League. Keep it up. Reese. No man left behind, Reese. No man left behind, Reese. Nobody. I did answer this one, I think, bro. Just dropped everything I was doing at work. Oh. Maybe I didn't. Why did I check this off, Reese? My bad. I dropped everything I was doing at work because I was freaking... Wait, what? I just freaking scored Cordell Patterson off of the waiver wire. Please go live around this time later, man, so I can get your full breakdown on my roster. Please go live at this. Well, I'm live right now, Reese. I mean, I'm here doing it live, bro. Reese, drop your roster real quick. First of all, thank you for the $20 holler.
To the moon.
Reese, drop your roster real quick. I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting here for you. I work for you, Reese. Don't mind the fam or me getting some shut-eye. I'm here for you. That's why I'm getting a headache. All right, Reese. Take your sweet time, Reese. Voicemail groups. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you guys all for dropping the voicemails. Nobody from the Instagram exclusive group dropped any voicemails tonight. Graveyard shift. No voicemails dropped. We might have to clean house on some of these chats, man. You're at work. Okay. Reese, appreciate your super chat. Can't until the next live. Okay. We'll take care of it then, Reese. I appreciate you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Reese, hopefully you're not working at Amazon. Because if you're working at Amazon, you probably got to take a leak.
The Moon Men, dropping loads in outer space.
Space Monsters.
Smitty, you're not hearing me. I don't know a lot about fantasy football. I know everything about fantasy football. Woo! You know,